Welcome to Patten Woods Forest Preserve. Good afternoon, everybody. I am coming to you this afternoon from Patten Woods Forest Preserve in Wadsworth, Illinois. It's at this location that we're going to check out the trails here at Patten Woods Forest Preserve. Looking at the map here, so I'm basically going to divide this up into three separate sections. They have the Blue Loop, which they say here is 2.4 miles. They also have the Yellow Loop, which they say is 1.7 miles. And then separately from that, part of the Blue Loop in certain sections is also the Des Plaines River Trail. So the Des Plaines River Trail runs completely through this entire forest preserve, and the northernmost point of the Des Plaines River Trail is right here at Russell Road. So I'm going to check out the Blue Loop here, I'm going to check out the Yellow Loop here, and then I'm going to do the Des Plaines River Trail between Russell Road and State Route 173. They have multiple parking lots here. You can see a fishing pier over this way. They got restrooms over here, garbage cans, that kind of stuff. The only time I have ever been here is when I was riding the Des Plaines River Trail, so I've never actually brought the car here just to separately do this trail. Looks like there are multiple fishing piers here. There's a one right by where I parked and one a little more north. Looks like over here they have an Overlook, and there are a lot of restrooms here. So, and it looks like they have 4 different shelters here with multiple parking areas within the Yellow Loop. When you're at a Lake County Forest Preserve and they have one of the bigger signs here, they give you a map of kind of the whole picture of the forest preserves in Lake County. Right now we're way up at the top. So we're like right over here, and we're going to ride up to Russell Road and back. The previous forest preserve I did was Lyons Woods over here, and it connected at least part of the way towards Waukegan Savannah. So to start this off, I think we're just going to head this way on the trail, which would take us down here. We're just going to do the Blue Loop and come right back. All right, let's check out the trails here at Patten Woods Forest Preserve. So when I pulled up, I saw a guy fishing here, but I'm not entirely certain this is a fishing pier. All right, so we've made it to an overlook here. It just winds around. There is a bench here and a garbage can, but nothing else. All right, we've made it to one of the fishing piers here. As you could see across the way, there was an open area that we passed. They got a bunch of picnic tables and a garbage can over that way. Well, as you can see here, we made our way. We're trying to make our way across all the way. Sign here says trail closed due to high water. There's definitely water on the trail here, but you can tell a lot of people have been going around. All right, so we made it to the fishing pier near where we parked. You can see that overlook over there. We'd stopped over there and put the drone up. All right, so that does it for the blue loop that goes around Sterling Lake here. So now we're just going to exit out the same way, which is this way over here. And then we're going to hop on the Des Plaines River Trail and take that all the way up to where it ends at Russell Road, and then make our way, and we're going to check out the Yellow Loop. All right, so we've made it to the very northernmost point of the Des Plaines River Trail, right here at mile marker 0. At this location, they have some horse trailer parking down this way over here. And then cars can park over here, and it looks like when this lot's full, people are parking in the grass over this way. They have picnic tables. I see a garbage can over there. Down this way over here, if you continue riding down the parking lot on the other side of the trees, there is a restroom. If we were to continue following the trail this way, it's going to match up with Russell Road, which is right up here. And there is, in fact, a trail, a connection from this location here, Russell Road parking, to Pine Dunes Forest Preserve. So you'd be heading down this way to Pine Dunes Forest Preserve. If you're interested in seeing what that connection looks like, check out the video for Pine Dunes. Now at this point, all we're gonna do is just make our way back to that bridge right by the yellow loop, and then check out the yellow loop. You know, while we're here, I just noticed there's a sign over there that says Van Patten Woods. Wait, what the hell does it say? Before I start heading back, I just noticed that there's a model aircraft field just across the street this way. It looks like just go up here. They have restrooms up here. So I've never actually checked this area out. So I'm just going to cross the street to see what that looks like. Well, as you saw, I rode around the gate. The gate didn't say anything about no trespassing. And apparently, if you have the permit to fly here, you will have a key to that gate. But there's definitely a way you can get around that on a bicycle. So over here, looks like they got a bunch of tables. Let's see what's over this way. There are a lot of rules to fly here. I was hoping someone would be here. Radio control. Valid permit required before flying. This sign here, absolutely no flying west of sign. Definitely a cool area. I wonder how much use this place gets. So this is where we are here. So apparently it goes up, and there's a restroom up here, and then extra parking, and then just come right back down. So let's check that out. According to the signage, this is the scout area over here. All right, so we made it to the bridge here, and that bridge will take us to the yellow loop. You could see the bridge, we're right here, the bridge is right here, and then we're just gonna do this loop. Inside of the loop is multiple parking lots. It's got 4 different shelters and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different restrooms. So let's check it out. All right, we've been following that side path that goes inside of the loop. We got a restroom over this way, and we got shelter C here. So the side trail ends right over here. You could see shelter B over this way over here, and there's another restroom this way. The side trail over here came out right on Route 173, right by some train tracks and Imanok Farm. All right, well, as you saw, that does it for the yellow loop. Checked out a couple of those side trails here. At this point, we've ridden all 3 sections of this, so I'm just going to start making my way back to the car. All right, so we made it back to Van Patten Woods here, back at the parking lot where we parked. So we checked out the full blue loop, and then we checked out the Des Plaines River Trail between the top of this forest preserve and the bottom. And then I did the yellow loop here. As you guys are aware, one of the projects I'm working on right now is visiting all of the Lake County forest preserves that have bike trails. So this checks another one off the list. I have technically ridden this one already. In fact, I've probably ridden this one at least a half a dozen times. But those were all parts of the Des Plaines River trail ride. So now being able to check this out and start from here, you know, I have a better appreciation of this place. It's a really cool area, and again, you have access to more trails. One of the things I'd love to see from Lake County is actually finishing all of this. Between the Millennium Trail right up here in McDonald's Woods, connect it up to Pine Dunes, because we're already connected to Pine Dunes from here. So if we could connect Pine Dunes up here down to McDonald Woods over here, that would make for a really nice ride. And in fact, we'd be able to make some good loops out of that. I was looking at this map and I was trying to think of some forest preserves I have not ridden yet. That would include Spring Bluff way up here in the top corner. We already did Lions Woods and Greenbelt. Middle Fork Savannah we've done. Prairie Wolf is one of the ones I need to do, and Fort Sheridan. Then there's something right below Fort Sheridan, so I'm going to do all three of these at the same time. One of the things I really like about this trail is its connectivity to the Des Plaines River Trail. Lake County has a lot of forest preserves that have bike trails, but not all of them are equal. And they might be very well maintained and really nice, but through no fault of their own, they're not as useful because some of them just aren't connected to any sort of larger trail system. Like Heron Creek is one that comes to mind. It's a small forest preserve in Lake County, and it doesn't connect to anything, so that's unfortunate. But here you do have access to the Des Plaines River Trail, which does give you an incredible amount of riding options. You saw as we headed north all the way to the very top, mile marker 0, Russell Road. But you do also have the ability to go all the way down to Lake Cook Road and then enter Cook County and then take that down all the way to Route 64, I believe. It's well over 50 miles.
It's shout out time.
Let me tell you a quick story. So when I was over here, right before I was going to start the yellow loop, a lady came up to me and she's like, "Is that a GoPro?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I think you dropped a battery on the other side of the lake." I'm like, "Really?" That's definitely possible. Sometimes I put the battery on top of the bag and forget to actually put it in the bag. It's unfortunate, but it happens. So the lady was able to describe exactly where she put it from the other side of the lake over this way. And then as soon as I made it back after doing the yellow loop, the first thing I did was check to see if I was able to hunt that battery down. And sure enough, I was able to find that battery on the side of the trail, just like she said it was. So thank you very much to that lady. You saved me 20 bucks instead of having to buy a new battery. So that was very nice of you. Let me know what you think of the trail in the comments below. If you are familiar with this area and you know of a cool place I should check out next time, definitely let me know. As always, if you enjoy this content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. If you are interested in supporting this channel and helping us get to some more trails, please consider a super thanks. And that's all I got today from Van Patten Woods Forest Preserve. I'll catch you on the next ride. Do you have a trail recommendation for me? Let me know in the comments below.